So we're going to do our safety on the scroll saw today. So we're going to go through, and before you start, you always want to make sure that you have proper eyewear on. If you have long hair, you have your hair tied back, you have closed toe shoes, and you have anything that's hanging or loose, you have it tucked in or put away, or you take it off so it's not in your way. First thing you need to know how to do is to take the blade and insert it into the machine. So when you're working with a scroll saw blade, there's very small teeth on it, and the teeth need to be pointing downwards. I'm going to put it into the top of the machine, making sure you have the tension off of the machine. I'm going to put it in, and there's a little thumb screw that tightens on the top, and then this exact same mechanism can be found down below. So we're going to take and tighten that mechanism. Get it as tight as you can by hand. Once it's tightened on the top and the bottom, this is when you now apply and put on the tension onto the machine. So tension is going to change depending on how tight you got the blade initially. But what you want to do is you want to get this really nice ting sound. So I'm going to tighten it, and that's a beautiful sound. That's exactly what you want. Once you have that sound, then you're ready to work. This machine doesn't have a presser foot on it. If you had a presser foot, you need to set your presser foot so it's just above your wood. My old shop teacher always told me that it should be 1 milliwhisker above your wood. So it's just resting on the wood, holding it in place so it doesn't jump off the table line. Once you have your piece set, then you can go ahead and you can turn on the machine. You always want to start the machine at 0, and then once it's turned on, you can adjust your speed to the speed that you would like it to be at. I generally work at about 4 or 5, and you don't want to work slow. If you work slow, the machine can't move fast enough to keep up with your work. So you want to set it at a speed where the saw will do the work and it will do the cutting, and you can go through it and you can do your cuts. Fingers are always off to the side. Never work with your fingers going directly in front of the blade. They're always off to the side. Holding it down with your finger pads, and I put my thumb pads on the edges, and that's my steering to move back and forth. And as you'll see here, when you're doing cutting on the scroll saw, you can do some really intricate cuts. And as I'm working, you're changing the position of your fingers, getting them out of the way so that you're getting good pressure down on the wood, and at the same time, you're also in control of what you're doing. But usually my thumbs are on the edges and my fingertips are on top. Once you're finished, you come away from the blade. Never try and grab loose items that are around the blade. Turn the machine off, and then if you had small items, you can get them out of the way. So you can see here we did a very fine, intricate cut, and that's how you use the scroll saw.
All right.
Thanks for watching.